Door block from a pallet for puppy confinement. William Hovey Smith, 2015. My new book, Ideas for New Businesses, will tell you how to start your million or maybe billion-dollar business, and here's a little blurb about it. Right now, we're going to tell you how to keep a puppy in the kitchen. This is Hovey Smith, the backyard sportsman. Occasionally, one has to place some members of the household under close confinement. And that is exactly the situation I have run into. And right now, she's behind bars. But I've tried some temporary means and that has not worked. So we're going to have to use this salvage pallet here and construct something that will work better for the safety, well-being, and good sanitary practice of the household. What I'm talking about is a 6-week-old puppy named Hera. Hera is a very precocious little hound dog. I mean, she figures things out. I put up some temporary things, including a fireplace screen that weighed more than 30 pounds, and she managed to get over and around that. So I'm going to have to build something considerably more solid to hold her and keep her confined until she gets her sanitary practices worked out. So that's what we're going to be about doing today. So the first thing we're going to do is to break this pallet down into components and then actually start building a portable screen that I can put in front of a doorway to block it off and easily move it in and out of the way, yet we'll have enough weight that she can't hook it with her claws and pull it over onto herself or pull it out of the way. Surprisingly, this is a strong little dog. Yeah, you'll see some pictures of her right now. Because this slat is just of a convenient height, I want to show you how you take it off the wood without splitting it. Well, the first thing, which I've already done, is taking the chisel here, and each of these staples, you can see where they are in the wood, drive it down like that, and tug on it a little bit from both sides. So you get them starting to loosen. And you want to make sure you get this interior one too. So you take your claw hammer and then just gently start to work the wood. Pull it back. You'll hear it start to creak a little bit, which is okay, but you don't want to hear it crack. This is coming. Okay. This side is free now. Go down as deeply as close as you can. Okay. And there we are. Now we're free. We managed to get the board out. And although the staples pulled through, we did get the board out without splitting it. Now that we have the materials, we can also think about the design. All right, well, I mentally designed it. What we're going to do is we're going to use one of these 2x4 lengths as a base. Then we're going to use these smaller planks here up the sides, a smaller plank for the top, one smaller plank in the middle going from top to bottom, and then on the face of it put either hardware cloth or probably temporarily just a piece of cardboard. And actually, for indoor use, the cardboard may do just fine. It may last just long enough till we can get the puppy house trained. So the first thing we're going to do is take these planks right here and trim them to width so that they're exactly the same width as these. Now for tools, we have this Black & Decker outfit here. We have some bits, we have a hammer, we have chisels, because we're going to actually inlet some of these pieces. We have a hand saw, we have some corner brackets, we'll use 2 of them. We have a packet of screws, we have an electric screwdriver for setting them. We have a C-clamp for holding all kinds of things together that as you will see, and we have our woodworker's vise. Now this woodworker's vise is actually going to get clamped to this kitchen table. So I'll be actually cutting from this table, which is just fine, by the way. It's not going to hurt the table. And the reason not is because it's inlet in the back. So the working mechanism actually clears the top of the table. Now we'll have a protective cloth over it while we do this work, but yeah, this I can move from place to place. It holds my work. I can put it on my drill press, I can put it on my workbench, I can put it anywhere I need it, or even take it off somewhere. And no big deal. Now, unlike having a big, heavy, permanent bench vise that weighs 30 or 40 pounds, efficient as it may be, it just ain't very portable. So I'm going to be about, first off, cutting these planks to width. And then when I get that done, we'll show you how we inlet them all at once. From what we first cut with the jigsaw, we have now smoothed up considerably. So now this is a reasonably smooth surface, and we have also put it on the belt sander, and that has smoothed this entire area down fairly well. I mean, this is not perfect, but it's certainly far, far better than it was. Now, the big humps like this, I took off with a 6-inch grinder, and that went pretty quick. They just put it on the belt sander for a few minutes, well, far less, few seconds actually, and then that did the rest of this work. So this has one of these planks finished now, and I have 2 more to do. This is our second attempt to actually jigsaw off a plank here to match the width of this 2x. And improvements to the art, we have used our square back there and actually made a cut line here to at least guide us as we cut along with the jigsaw. Now we've also changed the jigsaw blade to a more aggressive cut. So this will move the wood faster. So I think we'll make a little more progress. And while I was doing all of the foregoing, I had the battery pack on charge. So we're now starting off with a full battery charge again. So that should make us through this plank just fine. The use of this coarser blade made the work go much faster, use much less energy, and cut a much smoother cut. Now here was the first one that I had made without scribing the guideline. But this turned out to be a much smoother cut, and yeah, I have much less secondary work to do with the grinder to get all of this down to one plane. I'm going to go ahead and trim off these bruised edges like this, and so we're going to be about doing that. I made a straight scribe line here so I can index with this part of the saw, and that should make this cut much more nearly straight. Yeah, that's much better. I'm going to attempt to show you a little bit how I'm using the grinder to true up this wood. I've already done this side, so I'm going to work a little on this. But you can take these proud edges work them down pretty fast. Now that's better than it ever was before, so we can put it on the belt sander and finish it off. Okay, so now we've taken this down to a nice, smooth side. Yeah, this is looking real good. I have this plank nailed to the 2x so I can take the jigsaw and go ahead and cut this down so I can inlet it with chisels so that the wider plank will fit here and exactly index to this piece, which when it's installed, it's actually going to be a yard wide that away. Now this is the plank I'm going to inlet flush down to this surface. So when the cardboard or the screen wire fits over this, it'll be all flat all the way across. So we have chisel and mallet. We're going to proceed to move a little wood. What I cut with the jigsaw gives a nice stop for this chiseling. So this way you don't have to worry about splitting things out that you don't want to. Plus this is very nice wood. I chose a section of wood here that didn't have any knots or cross grain or anything strange, so this would be particularly easy to chisel out. So we're going to proceed with this for some little while. But as you can see, it's going well, and having both of the planks nailed together, well, helps things considerably in lining things up. We have finished our inletting here, and now we have this at the surface, actually a little bit below, which is fine, and slanted a little bit that way. The reason being is that my door frame has a 3-degree slant to the top. So this will compensate a little bit. So we're going to take this top plank off, which will be moved up to the end of that board, and actually start attaching pieces of wood. We are proceeding along with our door block here. And what we've done thus far is on the bottom, we have this vertical member secured with 2 large screws here. Now those holes were pre-drilled, so they did not split either this thin piece of wood, which will split with almost no excuse at all, or the 2x4. So this is not going anywhere. On these verticals here, I have 1 of these screws on each corner, so they still move like this, so I can custom fit to the door. And on our top piece, we're going to secure these with corner brackets. Now the corner bracket's going to go on the inside like this, and that is what will support this piece right here and tie it to these verticals. Also, I'll put in another corner bracket right here on the top of this, so that'll tie these 2 together. We have now completed our puppy barrier to keep this creature confined here to the kitchen where she can do minimal harm. Yep. And we got it here. Now faced with cardboard. She could paw and eat through this ultimately, but this will last for a good long time, and if she should, then I will replace it with hardware claw. Yep. Rather nondescript from this side, just a flat face of cardboard, but it's a jam fit to the frame of the door, and now you see the components, and all of these you see work. So we have the slats, we have the 1 2x4 at the base. We did put a cross piece across there to support this cardboard a little bit, but we did some custom fitting on the sides to take care of this irregular door frame. Because this frame is tilted and twisted. Yeah, it's not flush at all. Consequently, this is tilted and twisted. Well, it works. And so now we can safely put little puppy dog in here, and she won't get into too much trouble. And for now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.
My new book is now available as an ebook on Amazon.com and in about a month in softcover. I will be giving an all-day seminar on how to become an outdoor communicator at the Charlie Elliott Wildlife Center on March 7th. There are only 25 slots available. It costs $50 and includes a workbook and meal. I do have a previous YouTube video about this event that you can see anytime you wish.